Have you ever wondered what really makes a weapon stand out on the battlefield? When World War II was in full swing, several weapons emerged to play significant roles. But some of them left behind lessons that still resonate today. The Reising M55, for instance, is one of those names that sticks in the minds of military history enthusiasts. It's not just a weapon, but a symbol of challenges and overcoming obstacles. Those who know its legacy understand that, beyond its rapid fire, it brought reflections that changed the way we view combat and weapon efficiency. And if I told you the Reising M55 carries lessons far beyond its technical details? The story behind this submachine gun is full of insights about what works and what doesn't under high-risk situations. After all, it was put to the test during one of the largest conflicts in history. What happened with it during and after World War II is what makes this story so intriguing. Let's dive into it, shall we? Topic 1. The initial promise of the Reising 55. The Reising M55 was one of the submachine guns that the U.S. military believed could change the tide of battle. With its compact design and promise of high firing rate, it seemed perfect for war conditions. The Marines received it with high expectations, especially since it was cheaper and, theoretically, easier to produce than the popular Thompson at the time. But not everything that looks good on paper works well in the field. The truth is, the Reising faced a number of challenges that even its designers hadn't anticipated. Despite good intentions, it quickly became clear that this weapon wasn't suited for the harsh jungle conditions, particularly in the Pacific Islands, where Marines were engaged in combat. Its lack of reliability in mud and sand left many soldiers frustrated when their lives depended on it. Still, a few units managed to use it effectively, especially in specific missions. These small successes make us wonder, was the Reising M55 underestimated, or was it simply used in the wrong way? If you're enjoying this content and want to keep exploring these historical facts, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's dig deeper into the fascinating details of the Reising M55. Topic 2. The complexity of its mechanism. The Reising M55 used an operational system that was considered innovative for its time, but over time, this mechanism proved more of a complication than a solution. The design required higher levels of maintenance, and in the field, that became a nightmare for soldiers. Imagine being in the middle of combat, bullets flying across the battlefield, and your weapon jams because of a single grain of sand. This was a common scenario for those carrying the M55. Additionally, the gun's blowback system required frequent cleaning, which wasn't always possible in a war zone. On the other hand, when the weapon did function properly, it was highly effective at close range. But does that kind of performance really make up for the frustration of its inconsistency? Many soldiers had mixed feelings about the M55, and this divided opinion became a significant part of its legacy, teaching us the importance of reliability in combat. Topic 3. The soldier's reaction. For many who served during World War II, the Reising M55 became synonymous with distrust. Complaints started coming in soon after its first deployments, with many soldiers opting to abandon the weapon in favor of more reliable options, like the Thompson or even the M1 Garand rifle. In some cases, Marines reported that instead of using the M55, they'd rather rely on pistols or knives. So great was their discomfort with the submachine gun's reliability. However, it's interesting to note that some soldiers developed their own techniques to improve the M55's effectiveness in the field. This shows that while failures were frequent, there was also a degree of adaptability among the troops. This small detail reveals one of the major lessons, the importance of the equipment being up to the extreme conditions of war, but also the crucial role of soldier training and improvisation in adverse situations. Topic 4. The attempted modifications and improvements. Once the issues with the Reising M55 became apparent, military engineers and designers tried to make improvements. One of the most significant efforts was to adjust the design to make it more reliable in harsh conditions. Some of these changes involved simplifying the mechanism and improving its tolerance to dirt and mud. But as is often the case in wartime, many of these solutions came too late to make a significant impact on operations. The soldiers still using the Reising during these later stages did notice some improvements, but the trust had already been broken. This effort to fix a weapon that had already disappointed so many raised questions about how much a weapon's reputation can be salvaged once it's been tarnished in the battlefield. In the end, it leads us to reflect on the importance of thoroughly testing weapons before deploying them on a large scale in war zones. Topic 5. The legacy of the Reising M55. Despite all its flaws, the Reising M55 left a valuable legacy. It taught both designers and military commanders the importance of simplicity and reliability in combat. The conflict in which it was used demonstrated that a weapon with high technical performance on paper could fail miserably when exposed to the harsh realities of the battlefield. The lesson learned from the M55 is that sometimes less is more, and robustness is more important than technical specs. Today, the Reising M55 is remembered not so much as a successful weapon, but as an example of the challenges faced by those who seek innovation in times of war. It reminds us that not all ideas will work as expected, and that learning from mistakes is just as important as celebrating victories. The story of the Reising M55 continues to be told and debated among firearm enthusiasts and military historians alike.